instances of that today, Linda and Alison there. Just got to keep going, guys. Just find the positives and just keep going. Use your support network. Use your support network of people around you. Just keep feeding positivity into you, and look what can happen. Keep supporting, guys. It's from all you guys' support. As she said there, that she's managed to change the website, get some brilliant feedback, and it's helped the business to keep pushing through. So continue being the amazing South Background economy. You are, the group is not a group without its members. So we appreciate you all. Okay, so finally tonight, if Nina's with me, I can get Nina linked here. Let's see if I can bring Nina in. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm really good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I've had a good day. I've been speaking to three amazing businesses, so far it's going well. To yours as well.
So inspiring.
Yes, very, 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 very. Okay, so yeah, just tell us a little bit about yourself and holistic mindful balance, and yeah, we'll get into it.
It would be my pleasure. So thanks for having me on. So, I'll tell you a bit about myself. I come from a hair salon background. I ran that successfully for about 10 years plus, and like most self-employed people, it was very full on. I was working really long hours. Most weeks it was 12-hour days, 7 days a week. But it was fine because I was super proud of my business. I built it from scratch. But my challenge was my health was really suffering. I was really just not looking after myself. I was vitamin and mineral deficient, which I knew later. And I was really overweight in a way that it was affecting me really adversely. So I, at the same time, discovered that I had something called fibroids. And I'd never heard of it. And it was funny how I found out in the hospital. Well, actually, they were protruding out of my belly. And then I went to the doctor because I could move them. And I thought, what is this? And I was booked in for a consultation and a scan. And then I was just told, okay, you've got fibroids. I wasn't given a pamphlet or anything. I was just told that, and that was it. I was off by myself. So it was a really daunting process. It was really scary. I did my research and then read that it was a tumor, but it was non-cancerous. But still, just seeing that it's a tumor is quite scary as well.
Yeah.
So, to cut a long story short, I overhauled my lifestyle in quite a dramatic way. At the same time, I also had a myomectomy because they removed 3 fibroids. One was as big as a football. And they said, the consultant said, if they tried to remove all of them, I could have bled to death. So they left smaller ones. And thank God, everything was fine. I actually fell pregnant quite quickly after that. And I was just making lots of lifestyle changes. And it was just an amazing journey to feel better. And fast forward on my second daughter, on my scan, they noticed that they had shrunk significantly. It was amazing. So I had no complications with my second pregnancy. And now they don't give me any trouble whatsoever. So yeah, it's been really, really insightful. And basically I started a little group because I had so many conversations with ladies about fibroids and the fact that there's not any support really. There's nothing really out there to support and inform. And I thought, okay, let's just start this and I can just share my experience really. I'm not a professional or anything. I have done a few nutritional courses through the business that I run, but it's just basically sharing and supporting. And I offer free consultations to ladies that just want some help, some advice. And I have a Facebook group where I kind of share in quite regularly as well. So,
Yes.
I'm not as exciting as the other the other guests we've had on, but yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm promoting awareness through my experience.
No, do you know what? It is exciting because it's real life. I think because from my own experience, I know my mum suffered with fibroids. So when she was speaking to me about yourself, she was really excited because she wants to get more information from you because from the brief conversation that she'd had with you, she was like, there's so much that I didn't really know and things that I can do to, to alleviate certain things that's going on within her own body. So, um, what you do is going to make a difference to I'm sure already is making a difference to a lot of women's lives because fibroids is complicated and it's not the easiest condition to live with either. So,
No.
um, with the experience that you've had and the knowledge that you have to pass on, I think that there's a lot of women out there that are going to be, a lot better for it. So um, how did you how did you get past the initial, okay, I've got the fibroids and then this is how I'm going to deal with it? How did you get to that stage and what did you do in order to, make those changes in your lifestyle?
Um, I looked at my diet, my nutrition, and at my biggest, I was a UK size 26, and I'm not about, we all come in different shapes and sizes, and that's what obviously makes us unique. But when it kind of affects your health quite adversely, which was my situation, and it was just affecting me in really lots of areas of my life, and it exacerbated the fibroid situation because when you're living on a high processed food diet, which is high salt, high sugar, fibroids actually thrive in acidic environments. So I had actually supported the growth of them for many years, living like that. So when I cut the supply of those really, really not helpful foods and lost a lot of weight, that helped. And then I just looked at nutrition and I just felt like when I compare how I felt in my 20s to my 30s, I've got so much more energy in my 30s, and that was because I was literally vitamin and mineral deficient in my 20s, and I didn't know it. And one thing I'd like to share is just pH strips. That's something that I came across through conversations as well, and it's really helpful to know your acidity level. It helps with anything if you want to fall pregnant, hair growth issues, anything, because if your body is above 7, then that's a good thing. But if it's less than 7, then the acidity is quite high and it will affect how supplements are absorbed, vitamins, how your body functions, basically. So that's something that was quite key.
No, that's good. It's good that you mentioned that because I know, well, it's not that I know, but generally speaking, they do, doctors or the medical professions will speak about having the operations and all that kind of stuff, but they don't necessarily explain about changing your diet and checking all these things and changing what feeding into your body that can actually help and make a big difference to help the shrinkage of the fibroids. So when you speak about checking your acidity levels and things like that and changing your diet, I know it sounds really simple, but when you go into the medical professionals, they don't emphasize that to you. So it's not something that you think about. And I suppose getting told that you have tumors within your body is enough to is enough to freak you out already as it is. So no, it's
definitely.
good. What advice would you give to someone who's going through that struggle, wanting to help to shrink the size of the fibroids that they have? What process would you advise them to go through? What changes would you get them to not get them to make, but to look at for themselves and say, okay, I need to start looking at this. I need to start looking at that.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying, and I think in terms of the statement, shrinking fibroids is quite a it was definitely unique to me. I wouldn't say that if you do X, Y, Z, it would guarantee it, because it's genetics that play a role. Yeah, there's lots of other factors, but I've actually come across lots of cases with other ladies where they've actually shrunk their fibroids, but it's not something I can actually guarantee. Like, I can't guarantee, okay, if you follow this, then your fibroids will shrink. However, you know, when you do make a range of lifestyle changes, which is contrary to how you've been living, I can't see how you would not see a difference in how you feel, and then the effects that they have. So I would say definitely look at your nutrition, because, you know, we can't eat the nutrition we need from our foods. And there's lots of supplements out there that are actually synthetic. So they're probably doing harm as well. And, you know, you wouldn't know this until you do research. So looking at supplements that have high bioavailability, I would say is something I wish I knew, and definitely focus on that, because you want to be taking a supplement that actually gets absorbed by your body and doesn't have a placebo effect where you're just, in your mind, you're thinking, I'm taking my supplements, but it's just going straight through you. So you want to actually be getting the benefits. And then just looking at food in a way that is there to fuel you as opposed to just fill you up. Because coming from an African background, and I've got West Indian friends, it's a similar food. You know, I love our food, but if we're honest, there's no nutrition by the time we're eating it, because we've cooked it all away. You know, it's really not, it just tastes good. So I've had to look at how I'm eating and just treat myself and tweak, you know, my favorite meals and things. So just really being honest about what you're fueling your body with has made a big difference. So that would be probably the main area. And exercise, of course, is an area that if you're not, you know, pursuing, then you would definitely want to look at that as well.
Yeah. Oh no, that's brilliant. No, that is really good. In terms of how ladies can get in contact with you, or find more information, where would they find you? How would they get in contact with you?
So they can connect with me via my Facebook. I can post the link, and my Instagram. And I'm actually part of an event that's about to start by a lovely lady called Candice. She's running Noir Wellness Project Revive Launch, and it's going to be an online program, and it's created by healthcare professionals to support women that are managing symptoms with fibroids, and to just reduce the impact. And, you know, maybe you might come along, learn some things, and create some big momentum in your life in terms of possibly shrinking them and really taking back control. So there's going to be dietitians, nutritionists. They'll be looking at physical activity. There'll be GPs there, gynecologists there, mental well-being, and real-life testimonies and stuff. So that's coming up soon. So, you know, if anyone wants to be part of that as well, they can just connect with me, and I'll give them more details and stuff.
Wicked. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for telling your story. Yeah, really appreciate it. I've already spoken, well, Mum spoke to me rather, about wanting to get you on our podcast, so we can get a little bit more in depth and open and honest about fibroids. So I'd love to get in contact with you about that, and set a date for that if you're up for that.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great. Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much for having me on.
No problem. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Whew, well, thank you to each and every single business that joined us tonight, man. Derek, Linda, Alison, Nina, every single one of you, amazing. Some amazing stories, and if you can't get encouraged by these four that we had on today, then I don't know what will encourage you, because each and every single one of them had some trials and some tribulations, and they fought through, and this is, I can't even say the end products because they're reaching for more. So when you've watched this, if you're not inspired to continue, then I don't know what will. But thank you to all four of you for joining us tonight. Really appreciate your time, and really appreciate you sharing your stories, and your businesses. So let's all make sure we support. Again, Mother's Day, mine's gone blank. Oh, that's it. A Mother's Son episode 2, part 2, sorry, on the YouTube channel. Black Owned Economy YouTube channel is live now. So get yourselves over there and watch it because it's bad boy. Don't forget, link into the website www.blackowned.economy.co.uk. Leave your details on there. Sign up for the newsletter, and you get all the information with all things Black Owned Economy that's coming up in the next couple of months. Any big changes that's happening. Yeah, man, so get yourself signed up. You'll find all the blogs, lives, everything that's going on, all on the website. So don't forget, keep checking in there, see what's happening. What else? We've got Tuesday Learning Live coming up on Tuesday, so don't forget to tune in for that. If you haven't signed up for that, head over to the website, and you click, can't even speak, click events, and you can sign up for that. Just a quick reminder, we've had a few issues with the emails, so if you're wanting to get in touch with us on our email address, you can get in contact with us at blackownedeconomy@gmail.com. That email address is fine, so you can get us on that. And last but not least, just to let you all know, this is the face of the guy that keeps asking for your votes for my chef competition. Yes, it is me. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has already voted. Massive thank you to everybody who is continuing to vote. I really appreciate it. The prize at the end is $50,000. Yes, I really want to win. And I can't do that without each and every single member in here support, all my family, friends, people that don't even know me. Take you 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, just click the link and support. I can't do it without your votes, and I can't do it without your support. So I'm asking for your help, I'm asking for your support, because I really want to win. I really want to just progress and make my dreams come true. That's the whole point of this. And if I don't win, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop, but that doesn't mean that I can't win, because I know I can with everybody's support. So thank you. Really appreciate you all. And I really appreciate, just once again, mention Linda, Alison, Derek, and Nina. Thank you to you all, and thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. See you all next week.